So you found your cash buyer and you've struck up a conversation. So now you have a deal and you're going to bring the deal to that cash buyer. So how do you negotiate with the cash buyer? Well, if you ask them the right questions, when you reached out to them the first time, you know what they're willing to pay for properties and what they're looking for, percentage of after repair value. So hopefully you've locked that deal up with the expectation of having a margin in there for yourself and then being able to buy it and still make a profit. Everybody has to win. Everybody's got to have meat on the bone and to be able to make a profit in order for the deal to work for everybody. So when it comes down to the negotiation, some cash buyers are tough and you got to know who you're dealing with. If you've got somebody that likes to negotiate and they want to get you down, just make sure you factor that into the price, kind of like the retail game, right? That coat that was $500 that's marked down to $100 now, you feel like, man, I got a great deal, but in reality, it's probably a $20 coat that you just paid $100 for. So you want to make sure that you understand who you're negotiating with. Different people have different styles. Some are just straightforward and they say, hey, if the deal works, I'll buy it. Some want to negotiate a little bit and ask you what you have in it. So always be willing and ready to give a little bit of room for those ones that want the room. If you're in a hot market and it's very competitive, then you can hold your price and say, hey, here it is what it is. I'm coming to you first because you buy a ton of properties from me. I'm giving you the first opportunity. If you're not interested, just let me know. And of course, if it is somebody you're doing a lot of deals with and they're easy to work with, low maintenance, and you know they're going to close and close quickly, then you want to work with them and give them a great deal and maybe cut them a little bit more of a break than others. And you always want to protect yourself when you're negotiating with cash buyers. Make sure they show you proof of funds. Anybody who's legitimate will. Make sure they give you a non-refundable deposit for that contract, which anybody who's legitimate will if they're in the game and they understand it. And make sure you have a great closing attorney and title company to represent you and handle the transaction.